Custom keyboards with knobs are still as popular as ever. Ever since the GMMK Pro was released, knobs on your custom keyboards gained a lot of traction, which led to all types of different boards with knobs. Budget boards, you can get a $50 keyboard with a knob. It's called the TM680. You have high-end boards with a knob as well, the Satisfaction 75. But after a while, it gets kind of boring, right? The knobs always look the same. At most, they probably change color. Some of them are aluminum. Some of them have a cool rainbow effect to them. But today, the one I have with me is actually special. The keyboard I have with me today is called the Terra 75 V2. As you can tell from the name, this is the second version of the Terra 75. As for the V1 was quite successful by Keycaps, the main selling point being a plateless keyboard. Based on the island of Terra and a great budget of $260 for a premium type board. So let's not waste any time and get straight into the unboxing. The keyboard actually comes in two carrying cases. I actually really like carrying cases as packaging. You can use them afterwards to bring your keyboards around, or it's just not so much of a hassle to keep a box. Starting off with our first case, we have our build guide. As for our plates, we have a carbon fiber plate and a polycarbonate plate. Both these plates support the top mount that the keyboard provides. And then we have our PCB. It is an absolute stunner. It has flex cuts all around in black and gold. It looks really good. I'll tell you more details about it later on. Moving on to our foam kit, we have all our basic foams. We have our plate foam, case foam, PCB foam, and PE foam. As for our accessories, we have a bunch of screws, gasket socks, bump-ons, and then we have some extra badges, and this, the rudder knob. Anyway, let's start with our base, which is in our second carrying case. My base came in grey. It is also available in navy and off-white. It is fully made from aluminum. The counterweight at the back is made from stainless steel black matte PVD. I definitely do prefer a mirror finish compared to a matte finish, but it still looks really good. First order of business, they provided foam for the battery area. You can insert a Bluetooth battery into the board, but I do not have any Bluetooth batteries with me, so I will be inserting the foam they provided. Next up is our daughter board with a ribbon cable already pre-attached to it. So we're gonna screw that in and we are good to go. And our final piece of foam I will be using in this base is our case foam. I will not be using the PCB foam. The case foam is really thick. And just like that, our base is done. We're gonna move on to our PCB. It has an exploded 75% layout. Mine came hot swappable. It has south-facing sockets, supports screw-in stabilizers, and has a little LED for your caps lock. Because my PCB is hot swappable and I do not have a soldered PCB, I will not be doing a plateless build because that doesn't end up really well. But I have a cool carbon fiber plate and I don't have a cool keyboard with a carbon fiber plate, so no complaints from me. Afterwards, I threw on a piece of PE foam. Before putting on my carbon fiber plate, I installed the gasket socks they provided. We love gasket socks. Carbon fiber plate goes on and we are ready for switches. Last year for the Glacier 80, Keycaps actually sent me their SOTC switch with their new LY stem material, which I was like mind blown because that was one of the best switches I have ever used. The best switches basically means I didn't have to lube it and it sounded really good. It didn't sound thorky at all. I'm not a thork hunter, I am a pop mop or a clack hunter. So I will be using the switches they provided. I will not be lubing them. I'm gonna trust that it is good stock as well. Now that is all done, I'm gonna throw on some keycaps, a GMK Hennessy, a clean white keycap set on a grey base. You can't ask for anything more, it's perfect. And then we can move on to our badge. To replace the badge is extremely simple. Just pop out the original badge from the holder, pop in a new one, and you're done. As for the knob, you do have to solder the knob onto the board. So if you really do commit to the knob, you can't back out and go back to a badge. So think very carefully if you want a badge or a knob. And we are done building this board. It's perfect. You should take a listen to how it sounds. Holy crap. I actually really like this sound signature. It's not thork but it sounds really good. I don't even know how to describe this sound. If you have any idea what you would name this sound, please comment that down below. It doesn't really sound like clack. It's not really clack kind of a thing. It's like a little deeper or a little more unique. I think it's the PE foam coming into play with the clack. But next up, we're gonna try out the polycarbonate plate with a different set of switches to see what this board can do. For my next set of switches, I will be using the Gateron North Pole switches. This was sent over by Pantheon. Thank you so much for sending this over. These are one of the clearest switches I have ever seen, and dude, with this build, I decided to add on the plate foam so I wouldn't have too hard of a time installing switches onto the polycarbonate plate, but this is how it sounds. So in conclusion, this board is actually pretty damn good. I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. I just prefer a mirror finish at the back. But aside from that, the acoustics, the feel, the sound, it's solid. So if you guys are interested, go check out the link down below. You can check out the different colors, check out the price, check out the details. It shouldn't be too expensive. If you are looking for 75%, this is the one. Trust me, dude. I'm actually driving this like right now. So yeah, comment your thoughts on this board down below and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh wait, remember to subscribe too. I want to hit like 100k by the end of the year, if that is possible, but yeah, okay, peace.